What's up, Taurus? Let's see what message the Spirit has for the next 48, or let's see what's going to be possibly happening in the next 48 for you guys. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Taurus placements. You guys could have a Virgo placement or be dealing with a Virgo. They had a couple of these cards, or there's a message for you in the Virgo read that I just did. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Pentacles, the Emperor, Justice, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, to the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could also be dealing with an Aquarius. You have the Star, and then you have the Magician, Gemini. To the King of Pentacles. Look at you being perfect match. To the Nine of Cups. Okay, so pretty much things are going to start to come into alignment for you is what I'm hearing. There's something about you guys needing to reclaim your power. Okay, I feel like some of you guys might have been feeling a little down and out, maybe a little drained when it comes to a particular situation going on in your life. Some of you guys have recently lost a job. Some of you guys are transitioning right now in your life towards things that some of you have no clue why you want to do half of the things you want to do. But there's just like this internal feeling, right? It's like, I'm feeling someone here that's just called to do something that just doesn't make sense. Like, that if you told people what it is, people would think you're crazy. There's like this ambition that I feel is, I'm hearing like untempered, unknown. I don't know. All I know is this. There's a need to reclaim your power, and you will. Something here in the near future is going to come in that's going to help pretty much straighten everything out. So if you guys feel like you've gotten like the short end of the stick, or if you feel like you're always like, every single time you like go towards something, it just never works out, I see it working out. There are going to be some sacrifices that need to be made, but believe it or not, it's not even like you having to sacrifice people, places, things. This is about you sacrificing like your comfortability on top of sacrificing like who you are almost, but like evolutionizing. So let's think about it like shedding skin, right? Like a snake. This is the year of the snake, and I think today's the lunar new year. If not, it's tomorrow, or it was yesterday. I don't know. It's within the next 48 hours. So I feel here like this is a turning point for a lot of you guys. So there's something that I know you guys have been chasing. I've been seeing it in your reads a lot since doing them, and I feel like things are going according to plan. There is a need to sacrifice possibly a point of view, but I do see you reclaiming your power. And I feel like things are just going to start to turn around. Like, it's almost overnight. You guys are going to be very emotional when you get whatever this is, because you guys have worked really hard for it. All right, the next 48. With the Knight of Wands, there's an energy here that's like in and out, right? With the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like some of you guys, your money's been like in and out, right? So it's like, I feel like there's someone here where your money's not growing, but it's also not like you're not losing money. So there's something here about like your money just like it goes up, but then it goes down. It's like you make enough to pay the bills, you make enough to pay the rent, but then it's like by the time you get the next check, all it does is it replenishes the money you've already spent. So like, again, there's something here about just like in and out. So in the next 48, you guys could be realizing that like you need to focus a little bit more in terms of like your money, in terms of your income. Some of you guys need to start making more money, and so you're going to be kind of like testing the waters. Like with the Knight of Wands, like I said, it's in and out energy. So it's like maybe you're going to go and learn about this thing, and then you're like, oh, that's not for me. Okay, what about this thing? So there's a little bit of a flighty energy in the next 48 hours. Whether this is someone being flighty with you or whether this is you being flighty, I just see you guys like just being very indecisive possibly. It's like there's a lot that you want to do. There's a lot that you can do, and this really is pertaining to your money. Right? It's like a lot of you guys have the potential to be this Queen of Pentacles, and a lot of you guys are good when it comes to your finances. A lot of you guys can afford to do certain things that maybe other people can't do, right? And so there's a need here to recognize that. I feel like there's an appreciation here in the next 48 hours for your money. It's like realizing like, damn, like I'm over here complaining, or feeling worried about losing money, or feeling worried about, where I'm gonna get money net. Like there's just something here about like it having to pertain to your money, and so it could be a lack mentality, right? This fear that you're gonna lose this blessing, but it's like for others of you, it's like just recognizing that I feel like where you are is where the growth is, right? So it's like you see how these plants are here. So she's holding this coin, that couch is green, and then you've got these plants here. I feel like wherever you guys are planting seeds, and like they're growing. So it's like I'm hearing everything you touch turns to gold. So again, it's like you guys have a green thumb, but ironically the green isn't plants, it's money. So again, it's like whatever it is that you guys are aiming to go towards, possibly in the next 48, to grow your money, like you're gonna figure it out and you're gonna turn things around, especially with this Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing that things are gonna turn around. Like I said earlier, it's like almost overnight. It's like you're gonna notice this like shift in your energy. You're gonna notice that like once you stop and realize, some of you guys need to have this conversation with yourself, meditate, walk, do whatever, but it's like you're gonna realize that you're not as bad off as you think you are. There's an element of fear here because you don't know where something's coming in, especially if it's flighty, right? 9 of Wands. Some of you guys could be business owners, and like there's weeks where business is great, and then when business slows down, and so maybe this is one of those like next 48 where business is slowing down and you're like, damn, like am I gonna be able to make this payment or that? And like Spirit's like, don't worry about it, like it's gonna turn around because it always does. So there's a need to get out of your head and be more grateful is what I'm hearing. With the Page of Pentacles, in the next 48, you guys could be really paying more attention to like where you're putting your money, right? Like where, like some of you guys want to invest somewhere, right? And I feel like you guys are like in this position where you're going to be able to, the wheels are going to be able to turn. It's like whatever you invest in, like there's going to be growth. It's expansion, right? Because it's like you go from the Queen of Pentacles then to the Page of Pentacles, right? So something about like whatever you're investing in, you don't know anything about, because the page talks about like a novice, right? Like being not of a mature mindset when it comes to whatever this is. Some of you guys have done like enough research to where you're willing to try it, but it's like there's going to be a lot of growth whatever this is that you're investing in, so much so that you end up as the Emperor. A lot of you guys are going to be taking control, like I said, of like your destiny is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing I am your density. Back to the Future. Some of you guys could have watched that. Some of you guys like that movie. Yeah, you see you got the wheel, the page, so the Emperor. It's like, you know what it is? It's like putting a nickel into a slot machine and then winning like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like that's what this energy feels like. It's like you're gonna like invest so little, but it's gonna return so much. And so there's a need here to be able to control where it is that you're putting this money, where it is that you're investing. So again, a lot of you guys are going to be taking control of your finances here in the next 48 hours, or just in general. It's like you guys get so good at whatever this is that there's no fear anymore. Because remember, the Emperor has everything, right? Like they've reached epitome of everything. And so that's where you guys are. It's like that's where you're going to be headed. A lot of you guys too could be dealing with a boss. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could have an Aries placement. But I do feel like this is mostly you guys just taking control. It's like you're no longer going to be scared to give into what's meant for you, right? Remember, the Wheel of Fortune talks about like what is truly meant for you, your destiny. And so it's like a lot of you guys are just going to like leave it up to fate. You're like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. I have faith about my fate. And so that's what it is. So it's like the minute that you guys finally try to release control from whatever it is that you're like, you know, got your head wrapped around, can't talk, that you guys got your head wrapped around, that's when karmic justice comes in for you guys. I see justice here in the name of Taurus. There's something here about this lesson needing to be learned, and the lesson is that like you can have all kinds of faith that you want, but at the end of the day we are human, right? We have this human experience for a reason. And a lot of Taurus placements, it's like you're being placed in a position, a lot of you are about to be placed in a position, if you're not already, where you're going to have the money, you're going to have the power, you're going to have the status, you're going to have everything that you could ever imagine and then some, right? But it's like, what do you do with that? So it's like, for example, if you feel like there's been a lot of lessons surrounding like money. Like the lesson there could just be like, look, one day you're gonna have all kinds of money, right? But it's like, what do you have to release in order to be able to appreciate what you have? So it's like, you got to get rid of the lack mentality, always fearing that like you're losing when really you're not losing anything. Money, it doesn't always come and go, but it kind of does, right? It's fluid. It's like that Knight of Wands energy, right? It comes and goes up and down. It's like a roller coaster. Sometimes it takes a little longer for it to come back once it's gone, but it always comes back. And so there's this need to not necessarily take it for granted, but there's just this need to understand that like what you're losing, you will eventually get back. So it's like, you can choose to continue to invest in yourself and continue to invest in whatever it is that's going to help you to grow and utilize these lessons to their full potential. But it's like, at the end of the day, like no matter what, I feel like justice is on your side here. Like whatever's meant to happen, it's all about you. It's all about your stability. It's all about your freedom. A lot of you guys are choosing to stay single. Like with the exception of this Ace of Cups, there are really no other cups. Well, Queen of Cups, but I feel like this is all having to do with you guys. Like there's a huge lesson here for Taurus placements. And so I'm just really feeling like you guys just need to embrace what you have, be grateful for it, right? Because it's like one day you're going to look back at this point in time or any point in time where you struggled and you knew you were struggling and you didn't know, like you had no clue that you were going to be the person that you're about to become. And so it's like there's a need to appreciate like where you are now, because later on when you look back you can be like, damn, like you can appreciate the journey every step of the way. So there's something here about that. With the Three of Wands, the Ace of Cups, I do see you guys opening up to love at some point here in the near future. I feel like mostly though you are focused on doing the things that you love, right? It's like you want to continue to grow financially. You want to be able to grow emotionally, spiritually, all that stuff. And so there is something here about you guys, like when like moving forward, you do have a lot of like self-love that needs to come attached with this, right? It's like you got to love every part of the process. You got to love the entire journey. And so it's like by doing so, then it's like you're learning and you're healing those aspects of yourself that you didn't want to look at. It's like you feel like a failure when you're not up all the time, right? But that's something to fix, because it's like you're not failing. It's just the fact that like these are just transitions, ebbs and flows. And so you got to figure out, are you in the flow or are you part of the ebbs? Like where are you at? And so you got to learn to love those aspects, because those aspects, again, when you turn back and you look at this point in time, they're going to be able to have that much, like it gives you that much more value. It creates more value for where you're going to be in the future, where you're like, damn, dude, like I remember. And so it also creates a lot more empathy. And I feel like that's what this this Ace of Cups is about. Yes, new love is on the horizon, probably here within the next 3 to 4 months is what I'm hearing. But it's like maybe even during your season, you could, there's a new offer here for that. But other than that, it's like I do see you guys wanting to put yourselves out there, but this does have a lot to do with like self-love and self-appreciation, because it's like at the end of the day, you're the one going through this journey, the good and the bad. So it's like you got to be able to love the journey as well as like love yourself along the way, because loving yourself means being honest with yourself, having self-awareness. And so that's what you guys are going to need with the Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. I feel like you guys are being guided, like I said, to more empathy, right? It's like, it's not all about money. It's not all about the success. It's about how you feel by the time you get there. A lot of people reach their goals and they never feel a thing, right? Because they didn't stop to reflect and enjoy the journey or take it in for what it was. And so it's like, if you continue to look at the bad as a burden instead of a blessing, then by the time you do get the blessing, there's nothing really to celebrate. There's nothing there to differentiate between any other feeling you've had along the way, is what I'm hearing. With the Knight of Cups to the Eight of Pentacles to the Star, I see you guys healing a lot of these aspects of yourself. It's like you're learning that it's not just about the money. You're not you're learning that it's more like you guys need to have more faith, right? It's like just sometimes you got to pick a path, pick a lane is what I'm hearing. But it's like do it with grace, do it with love. You know, go slowly. You do have a love offer that's coming in, possibly from a Virgo. You guys could. There's a new job on the horizon for some of you that are looking for a new job, and someone there's gonna have a crush on you. They might even tell you. It could be a Virgo, it could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, you guys are gonna be healing all these aspects about yourself. So everything that I'm bringing up, I feel like you guys like it's leading you to more manifestation, it's leading you to more productivity, it's creating a balance in your life here with the Six of Pentacles. So again, it's like you got to take the bad with the good and just put to rest, like end anything that comes in and tries to interfere. Yeah, the devil, like get rid of those thoughts, get rid of the negativity, get rid of anything that's going to block your Ten of Pentacles, because at the end of the day, it's like where you're going, other people have gone down the same path. Where you're going, people are already there. Like there's people that have done what you are doing and are successful at it. So just keep going. What you want is at arm's length is what I'm hearing. And yeah, you just need to be more grateful, be more open, be more empathetic, and you guys will have everything that you need. You'll get everything that you want. And at that, you'll be able to enjoy it. So hopefully that helps and resonates, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.